Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with another pick a card and another part of your divine love journey. This time we're going to tap into some astrology. So what astrological influences affect this journey? You can find your person's sign, you might find your sign in there, and other aspects and astrological influences that may help your journey or give you signs or explain some obstacles or give you messages on how to make things better. So every pile will also correlate to one of the divine counterpart categories that I came up with. So look out for that. But if it doesn't resonate, it may be an entirely different person or pile that resonates with you. You can choose by pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number, or you can choose by stone. This is the orange calcite. This is the blue apatite. This is the serpentine. This is the labadorite. This is the pink opal, and this is a slice. It's a red agate slice. And so you can choose by stones or timestamps, or however spirit leads you to the pile that's meant for you. You can also just listen to all of them until you get to one that really resonates and has a message just for you, and then see how it correlates with the other messages in the other readings that you've seen and heard. Okay, so push out your breath. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Release your breath. Open your eyes and let them go to the pile that Spirit is calling you to choose, or listen to all the piles. Let's begin. Okay, and here we have pile 1. If you hear the barking dogs, just excuse them. They're watching another dog that's being walked, probably jealous. They're like, oh, I want to be walked too. Alright, so first we have with the orange calcite. Pile number 1. Let's see what we have. So, from the astrological oracle, we have Soul, which is Sun, and Capricorn. Soul in Capricorn. So some of you might be Sun in Capricorn, or your counterpart might be Sun in Capricorn. And Soul in Capricorn has a special message here. It says, your determination is steady and empowering. So this could be you or them. They could have a very steady determination. Alright, and next we have the, I think this is Illuminated Tarot. Let's see. The Ethereal Visions Tarot. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords. One of the prettiest tarots out there, I think. So the Knight of Pentacles is prepared, he's efficient, he's ambitious, maybe a little predictable. The Page of Swords is thoughtful and has a lot of clarity, is curious, maybe a little restless. So there could be like a combination of these energies in your divine counterpart. I think the essence of them is like a Capricorn. It's very steady, stable, but they have sort of a curiosity. They have a need to explore, need to know, a need to wander, maybe a wanderlust. Alright, and then our Moonology oracle says, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So maybe there's going to be in your situation, your situationship, because that's what this is. Some of you have relationships, which is nice. A lot of you have situationships. So luck is coming back. New moon in Sagittarius. Whether or not we're having a new moon in Sagittarius is not necessarily important. These cards are just symbolizing these energies that are coming back into your situation. And then we're going to have some Chinese tarot here. So you have the pig for you, or your person, and the rat. So here's a couple of choices that could represent your person or it could represent you. The pig is forthright, a little naive sometimes, optimistic and kind. In the yin form, the black indicates yin. The message here is to plan and persevere. Practice, just keep going at it. And an interesting thing about this pig, it's talking about the boundless scenery is at a perilous peak. But if this person is a Capricorn, they are going to try to rise to the peak. But there might be this, maybe a little bit of hesitancy or a little bit of fear. Or maybe you as a unit might have a little bit of fear of happiness or achieving, The rat is curious and agile and adaptable and a team worker. And the yin energy for the rat is, the message here is to compromise. And it's also talking about an appropriate adventure. So there is a reason why there's caution here, because both parties involved want to make sure that this is appropriate. Maybe it's not appropriate to take these kind of risks that would put you in a dangerous situation, that kind of thing. So there's a little bit of hesitancy, but it's a good thing. It's make sure that these next steps that you're taking are appropriate. Trust the voice within you and make long-term plans. So that's your message there. And then your okay, well, this one is the zodiac. Well, I'll show you the two boxes. So we have the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle, and also by Barbieri we have the Chinese oracles. They're very fun oracles that you might like. And so the astrological oracle, you have Scorpio. So so the Scorpio energy could be you, it could be him, maybe, but it, as far as this reading goes, it looks more like the sun is in Capricorn, but not necessarily. It could be in Scorpio, or it could be in the house, the 8th house, right here, like see the 8th house. So there's all kinds of variations here that you could go with it. The caution or the message here for Scorpio is things are not always as they seem. So when taking this endeavor, when stepping forward, moving forward, there's sort of a cautionary thing. There's a looking around, making sure the coast is clear, basically. Taking appropriate adventure, movement in this adventure, whatever you have. But there does seem to be a movement. And yeah, so I feel like it's a positive situation, and it's just a bit of caution. And I feel like strategy maybe, and that's why I think this might be the officer. The officer or like the military person doesn't just go about something willy-nilly. They look at all the pros and cons. They formulate a strategy. They weigh the options and come out with different scenarios. And so I think that's what they're doing here. So let's take a look at your charms. So you have, look at that. You've got a military guy, so that really reiterates it. You have, this is Lieutenant Destin Mateus. I had to write it down because I couldn't remember. But that's perfect. That matches. And then maybe you're the beautiful mermaid. St. Anthony is talking about lost loves and lost things, like uniting lost situations. Here's Virgo. That could be another part of the chart. Practical Virgo. Practical makes sense as far as this kind of approach that you guys are taking. And you got Bruce Springsteen. It's in the cards. You have your formula here is the faith, trust, and pixie dust. So first of all, you have to have faith, just believe in it, and then trust, let go to the universe, and then Dabble a little of your manifesting magic on it. And you know what? It's perfectly fine to both be intuitive and logical. Use both of your abilities. Logic is important just as much as intuition and gut feelings. You've got the beautiful tall giraffe. Genesis is talking about starting over and new beginnings. Aladdin's carpet ride. So I feel like you might be wanting to venture out, or take some kind of trip or something. It might be just virtual to start off with, but there might be some communicating on meeting up or something like that. Somebody could be living in Texas or going to Texas. This is also theater under the stars, so it could have something to do with stars. You have a trustworthy Taurus here. Interesting, we've got the earth signs. It's a very practical energy here. A basket, picnic basket. So this desire to go into the 3D and have maybe a date, go outside and have a time together. In Texas, the governor has decided to lift them, like right now, like pretty much. I don't recommend if you live in cities like Houston and Dallas and Austin to totally forget all the cautionary things that are out there, but the social distancing. But definitely, there's a lot of wide open spaces in Texas. So we've got the donut here, which represents a 3D situation. So I feel like the 3D's coming in, and this is ironically printed on a 3D printer. And my son made this, designed it, and he printed it out with teeth marks and everything, a bite. We've got the owl of intelligent communication and taste. See? So we have 3 symbols of food here that really indicates a desire to eat out again, but eat with the person that you want to eat with, like have an actual date. And you have the tree of health and life, so you have good health here. So this situation could be coming in pretty soon, an ability to go out and meet somebody and have an actual date. But I feel like the whole it's going to be a kind of a cautionary, kind of a slow moving, kind of a very practical, thought out plan here. All right, so I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next. And do subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And hello, my beautiful sparkles of light. I love you. And pile 2, we have the Apatite. This is one of my favorites. It's just so beautiful. I think this came in Agate Provisions. It did. Alright, so let's see what your messages are. Maybe we can find a sign or other astrological messages. So you have, and by the way, these are called the astrological oracle. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a really pretty box. I love these. Alright, and then we have Luna and Aries. So Moon in Aries. And the Moon in Aries message here is trust your instincts and move forward confidently. So quite a different energy in this one. This one is, there is a cautionary one in the first pile, and this one is a little bit more of a go get 'em kind of attitude here. Let's see what your ethereal visions. I'll show you that one too. Ethereal visions tarot, so beautiful as well. Lots of sparkly. So we have Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like a new beginning. It's starting fresh. It's beginning and moving forward in a physical direction with physical, abundance, new beginning, stability, prosperity. The pentacle is an object. It could be somebody moving forward with a gift or a proposal. The 2 of Pentacles is about balance and renewal and adaptability and change. So, maybe, somebody here has been holding one pentacle and somebody gives you another pentacle. It's like giving you something else to juggle, but I think you can handle it. Either you or your counterpart are handling the juggling and balancing of energies here. And then our our animal Chinese. Oh wait, yeah, that would be next. Our Chinese animal. We have the horse. So the horse is all about energy and being frank and enthusiastic and loyal. So there is a lot of, it's like galloping energy here. They're in the yang, because the white signifies yang energy. This is determined and like optimistic. And endurance decides how far away you can run. So that's your kind of message. You can run as far as you want to, but it's up to how much endurance you have to do this. So this is kind of endurance. It's a balancing of things. It's taking on responsibilities. It's multitasking. It's jobs. It's endurance. It's balancing a relationship, and all of those things. We also have the dragon. The horse and the dragon make quite a nice couple here too. The dragon is the yin energy in this, and so the dragon is about feeling free. There is an authoritative quality to the dragon, and they're courageous, and they're a dreamer, and they're people that care about the world. In the yin energy, it says great dreams also start from under your feet. So it's like there's this movement. Not your dreams don't just happen in your head. Like, you have to create your dreams. It's like manifest them and put them into action in order to move forward and get what you want. You have to put a little bit of action behind your manifestations, behind your visual dreams. And then your moonology card is you're very close to achieving your goal. That's really nice. And so the gibbous moon is like almost a full moon, and so anytime you have that almost full feeling, think about that and realize how close you are to achieving your goal. Then we have with the Barbieri oracle, both of these are Barbieri. We have Earth. So I feel like even though Earth is a nice, steady, stable element here, I feel it's the earth under your feet. It's kind of like, the horse galloping over the earth and the movement. And so this has kind of a nice moving quality, and the earth helping you along, like having the stability to keep you going. And so the message from Earth is, and Earth does also can symbolize our Earth, our planet, and maybe this dragon, maybe it's your counterpart that has kind of a humanitarian attitude toward the world, to the Earth. Earth is saying, bring the quality of Earth to a situation through generosity of practical goods and resources and time. So at this time, I feel like there might be, between the two of you, especially with your counterpart, there's a lot of giving going on. There's a lot of helping people during these difficult times, and a lot of practical resources being shared and time being shared. So that is really sweet. I feel from the energy here, a lot of the energy made me kind of geared towards the entertainer. This one isn't quite as sure as the others, so take it as you want to take it. But I feel that the energy here is the entertainer, because this kind of is an outward kind of happy-go-lucky extroverted type of energy. So let's see what your charms have to say. Okay, so you have love and sing and love again. Idea. Ooh, some more love. A lot of love here. And the little baby angel and a lot of music. See, so that makes sense for the entertainer. And a mask. The mask can mean I thought about this and I was thinking, maybe somebody's making masks here, you know, for that's a good a resource to be creating to share with other people. Also, the mask can indicate an actor. So we've got, we have Cancer here, and Libra, ooh, a bunch of them, and Pisces, and Gemini. Gemini is intelligent, and some of these are just, you know, some parts of your chart. Sometimes they are, you know, energies that you have, like being imaginative, being intuitive, and being charismatic and ambitious. Capricorn. Here's some dates. We have 12, 24, 29. So we've got the the battleship. I feel like the ship could indicate a trip, a long journey, like across seas kind of journey. There's a date coming in. There is the unicorn is the divine masculine. And we have the 24601, so those are numbers that could resonate with you. Also, this is Jean Valjean's number, who is a character in Les Mis, so you might want to look into that and see what that's about and how that affects you. You got idea here. Ooh, you got the names, so we got to get the Scrabble out. You've got music, lots of music. So if you're the entertainer, you could also be a musician. Lots of music here. You could wear, or he, or your counterpart, he or she. They could be wearing glasses, or you could. You feel very inspired, and your counterpart is your missing piece. And you know they're gonna. I feel like the robot with the hearts, kind of like saying maybe they were being quiet and stiff and in their shell, and now they're gonna shine their heart light to you. You got play. And blessed, and look, you got the microphone, so that's perfect. You could be a singer or an actor or some kind of musician, or speaker, public speaker, or somebody who does public poetry, or a vlogger, or whatever, you know, or just a blogger, a writer, some kind of speaker, or maybe you just like karaoke. All right, so let's see what your Scrabble has to say. This makes me think of last night. Thank you, those of you who came out to my live. That was a lot of fun. We have H, E, P. Hey, somebody saying hello. You got T, T-I-T. Hi, Teet. Maybe you can see somebody's name here, somebody's initials, but there's somebody saying hello to you, so I hope you like that, and I'm going to move on to the next. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you, and kisses to all my soul. Okay, and here's pile number 3 with the Serpentine, and I'm using the astrological oracle, which is really pretty, and also Barbieri's zodiac oracle, and also his Chinese oracle, and others. Well, I'll go ahead and show you this one too. This is the ethereal visions. That'll be the tarot. All right, let's take a look. So you have Neptune, and Gemini. I've been feeling a lot of that energy, Neptune and Gemini, Pisces and Gemini, Neptune and Mercury energy yesterday. And so Neptune and Gemini's message is look at the world with eyes of wonder. So yeah, nice. Wonder. I wonder. That's a good energy. It's kind of like having the learner's permit. I think I have a lot of that energy. And we have the King of Cups. Beautiful. And the Queen of Cups. Look at that. So you guys are definitely twin flames. You're perfect counterparts. You may look a lot alike, have a lot of the same feelings and thoughts about things. And so, yeah, so Beautiful energy here. Very happy couple. Lots of love flowing between you. Could be cups means water, so water signs out there. Let's see what your Moonology card has to say. It says, the energy is gaining momentum. This is the waxing moon. So whenever the moon is waxing, sometimes you also have a momentum feeling too. The waxing moon that goes towards the new moon and starting something new again. Now we are going to use the Chinese oracle, and we have the pig and the dog, which is a good couple. And this is the yang energy is the white, and the yin energy is blue is black. And so the pigs is forthright and naive and optimistic and kind and happy-go-lucky, and they just believe that everything's going to happen for the best. And that's kind of the yang energy there. It's kind of more of a everything's fine, everything will be all right kind of attitude. The dog is a reliable, solid backing. This one is talking about focus on self-love, love, and start loving yourself more. The yang energy is a little bit darker, a little bit, needs a little more help sometimes. The feminine energy, so it's just this one's just focusing on loving yourself. Then we have Mercury and Neptune. See it? Those came out again. It's crazy. When we have Gemini and Neptune and Gemini, and Neptune and Mercury here. So this is a very charged energy. It's interesting how let's say Pisces, for instance, has the two fish, the one that swims up, the one that swims down. So the pig and the dog could kind of really be symbolizing that, like the happy-go-lucky, and then the one that needs a little love and attention, that thinks kind of goes negative sometimes. Also the Geminis, have two sides to them as well. Sometimes it depends on the Gemini, but it could be, the clown and the philosopher. It could be, the dark one, you're serious, and then the funny one. That kind of is about the same thing, but the sides would be sort of opposite and sometimes opposing, and sometimes the sides of Gemini struggle with each other. I knew somebody that had all these energies, so it was kind of like having four people in one person when you have both Gemini and Pisces. But Mercury and Neptune, they're really good planets. Mercury is communicating, and Neptune is deep. And so your message with Neptune is about its compassion and psychic experiences. And Mercury is the desire to be heard. And now you have to balance between giving and resentment. And that happens quite often, I think. Like I am a 12th house stellium. So if you also have a lot of planets in the 12th house, that's the Neptune energy. You have to balance yourself a lot. Sometimes you give, and then you find out, oh my God, I've been giving so much, and you feel drained, and then you get start to have a little resentment. So you have to stop it before the resentment comes in. You have to catch yourself before you get angry about it, before you get annoyed about it, before that happens, and start, caring for yourself, self-love again. So this could be your energy, or this could be your twin flames energy, or your counterparts, or you guys could have shared energy. Since you're both cups energy, I feel like maybe you both are going through, maybe you both have lots of planets in the 12th house, and that's what you're going through. And I feel because of that generous nature, I feel like this is the public servant, that the person that gives, and sometimes doesn't always take care of themselves. So let's see what your charms have to say. Okay. Alright, you got Yahoo. It looks like some communication internet. We got the letter T. Let's check out all your words here. You got kiss, name. That means some Scrabble for you. Hope. You got this beautiful, tall and beautiful giraffe. I love this one. Thanks, Genevieve. That's so pretty. You've got the ironing things out. You've got music. Ooh, lots of music here. Somebody might be wearing glasses. You have Cancer. That makes sense. If intuitive. If you have, the king and queen of water, that could be Cancer. You've got here's some dates: 12, 29. You also have Capricorn, which is ambitious, and the intuitive Pisces. So they have some water signs. Y'all, look, that's Gemini. So intelligent Gemini and charming Libra. So those could all be some influences, either the characteristics or the sign themselves could be part of your chart or wherever you see them. You've got lots of music here, so this is definitely a beautiful, I feel romantic, a romantic situation. Yeah, it's sure, there's kissing going on or wanting to go on. There's inspiration, true love, an idea coming about, and blessed, and number 24. And you also have the 24601, which could be some numbers that are important to you, but this is Jean Valjean's number, and it talks about the story of Les Mis. You might want to look into it and see how you resonate with that story. You get the little fairy here, and the puzzle piece. It means that you are the missing piece, or your counterpart is. You can have some really good intelligent communication coming up, and maybe even a trip. Maybe that's the battleship is. I think that's a battleship, not a submarine, but yeah, that's about movement. It could be overseas. It could be in the travel of all kinds, like even in your dreams kind of thing. So let's do your Scrabble. This one fell out over here. You got I, you got T, tis. You got yeah. G, O. You got go. Ego. And N. Something ing. Oh, there's yang. Ing. Something ing. Well, I thought I had it. Sing! Yeah, I'm slow. Sorry about that, guys. And sing your toe off. Yeah, so whatever you see in there, you could see initials, you could see your person's name, whatever. This is yours to decipher for you. These are just some of the words that I saw, and so yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to move on to the next. Please feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And hello, my beautiful sparkles of light. Thank you all so much for being in my life. And thank you guys for coming out if you came out last night. I'm going to move on to the next now. Okay, and here we have pile number 4. And this is the, my daughter's playing the piano. The only song she knows. Well, she knows some things. It's that John Lennon song. Anyway, this is the Labadorite, and I'm using the Barbieri Oracle deck, and also the Barbieri Chinese Oracle deck, and the Astrological Oracle deck, and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, with a little bit of moonology thrown in there too. So those are my astrology decks, and let's see what we've got. First of all, with the astrology oracle, we have Mars in Scorpio. Ooh, Mars and Scorpio. That's passionate and fiery. That's very sexy. So Mars and Scorpio message here says, whatever you strongly desire can be yours. Go for it. Go for it, guys. Passion, strong desires. And we have Four of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So Four of Swords is talking about contemplation and meditation, relaxation and rest. And Queen of Pentacles is prosperity and pleasure and motherly security. And so I feel that there's a bit of rest and mothering going on right now, but underneath it all is a lot of passion and desire and need to express that passion. Let's see what the Moonology says. A new start is coming, so good. Because I think that new start is necessary, because this Mars and Scorpio feeling might be kind of built up. The Four of Swords is kind of a tempered feeling, you know. It's like if you can't deal with it, then try to meditate on it. So that's a good solution to the situation. And the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like putting their responsibilities, above their desires. So that could be your counterparts, what they're handling or what you're handling right now. Let's see what your Chinese oracle has to say. You got the monkey. You have the yang monkey, because the white signifies yang. This is one of my favorite cards, and I'm glad I'm the monkey, because this one is a cool card. I love it. The lady's face is so pretty too. Alright, and so the monkey saying is smart and energetic and cheerful and optimistic. And the message here is saying you are stronger than the problem. Trust your own strength. So yeah, you might have this desire built up, and but you're stronger. You know how to you know how to resist maybe temptations. You know how to I was going to say heal yourself, but yeah, you know how to rest and heal yourself and refresh yourself, so things don't. This could be other things that you can do to help with frustrations, but you know how to take care of yourself. Let's put it that way. This crazy little monkey. All right. Suddenly started thinking a lot of crazy things in my head. And then you've got from the zodiac, the other one. Let's call the what's this one called? Barbieri's astrological oracle. Right? Yeah. Zodiac oracle. You have fire. I got all choked up. So yeah, fire. So it's interesting because I'm, a lot of Scorpio energy, but Scorpio and Mars definitely has more fire set attitude than just plain Scorpio. Scorpio is passionate and deep and intense, but with the Mars energy, it does have a bit of fire. And Scorpio is a water sign, but there's times where a lot of people think Scorpio would be a fire sign, but they're not. So I kind of see Scorpio as kind of a lava sign, the way lava comes out of the mountain. It rolls like and moves like water, but it's pure fire, right? It's flames in that lava. It's on fire. It's like rolling, moving fire instead of burning fire like a fire person. Anyway, that's me. And so I feel like the energy here, I'm not sure yet, but I feel like because of the way we're going with the categories, that this is the entrepreneur. But let's see what, because this guy is very tempered and steady and stable and doing their thing, but underneath it all, I feel there's a burning kind of passion. Let's see what the charms have to say and see if the charms match up with the entrepreneur. All right. I finally found my pile. The other ones didn't resonate as much. Okay, so you've got a little bit of the the officer kind of quality, or your counterpart could be the officer, or you could be the officer and your counterpart's the entrepreneur, however you want to take it. But the officer is it's kind of, has a protective stance, right? They're keeping protective in their circumstances. The Saturn love is like, Saturn could be in the 7th house of Venus, Aquarius, Libra. So there could be a Saturn Libra energy here too, which actually my Saturn is in my 7th house. And when that happens, it usually means that you have a soulmate or twin flame, a person that completes you. I mean, it sounds crazy, but you are whole and perfect by yourself. But whenever you have that element of Saturn in the 7th house, it's like a longing or desire, or just it's just a statement, pretty much a statement that there is another half for you out there. So there's things that you're going to have to learn about yourself in order to attract this person. You have the diamond cluster, which means really good finances right now, and also that you're very beautiful. And cornucopia, see, you've got plenty, you have abundance. You have a kitty. I have kitties. And St. Anthony is the patron saint of lost things, especially lost love. So your love's going to come back together. Oh, you get my favorite charm, which is the twin flame angels, the little cute angels whispering to each other. I feel like this means that they have, psychic connection, but like a secret, like only that they know. What is that phrase? Inside secret. Oh gosh, my brain's not working. It's kind of like an inside joke in a way. It's like something only the two of you know. All right, and so here's the key: manifesting. Keep praying. You're doing the right things. The 4 of Swords is the manifesting. It's you're in that mode right there, and that's right. That's good. That's pretty much all you can do in this situation right now. It's good. The stars hope. We're gonna do some Scrabble for a name. We got you were enough, though. Just saying, you're enough all on your own. You don't need that counterpart. But if you desire them and you feel like you need to be complete, this is twin flames. I feel that is very strong. This desire to be complete in a twin flame situation, or in a soulmate situation, or the one. It's very strong in this, definitely in this group. There's Sagittarius, which is optimistic. We do have a lot of optimism too with the monkeys, very optimistic. We have the mask, which could be talking about making masks. So you could be designing masks for the situation at hand in the world. Or this could represent actors. This could also represent somebody's kind of hiding their feelings, keeping things under wraps, and not really expressing their true desires. You could be the mom. See, it says I love mom. Or you could have responsibilities, mother responsibilities. The taking care of somebody and feeding somebody, even if it's just your pet. You got the number 23 and the number 6. And you have rainbow. Rainbow's good. Rainbows makes me think of hope, but rainbows are also about like the colors of the chakras and your chakras being aligned. You got the little dolphin that's giving hugs, and you have the hand. I like that, the hand. So there could be a palm reader here. There could be lending a hand kind of situation. You got music too. All right, so let's see what the Scrabble says. Okay, we've got K, okay, Kai, Ket, Kit, Kiss, and Z is it. So whatever you see here, you might see somebody's initials, you might see some kind of message. Tis something is for sure here. But whatever you see, oh no, I thought I might have tisk, tisk. Anyway, yeah, I thought I'm sorry about that. Revving up my car. See, this is what happens when people don't have things to do. You know, if you're not creative and you don't make things, and sometimes you can be pretty frustrated. So I think they like to race cars as their way of letting off some steam. But yeah, so there might be other ways that you let off your steam. One of them, the great one, is meditating, right? And yeah, you had your meditation hands. Now, there's lots that you can do with your hands. Lots of craft things and other things that you can do with your hands. But yeah, so put your hands to good work. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next. Okay, and now we have pile number 5, which is the what is this, pink opal stone? This one's really pretty. It's just very subtle and soft. It kind of feels soft, you know, like it would be soft, but it's just a stone, but it has a kind of a soft quality to it. Alright, and so now we're going to use the oracles that I have and the tarot. So we have the astrological oracle, which is a really pretty box. We have the Chinese oracle and the zodiac oracle, all by Barbieri, and the moonology oracle. And also I'm going to use ethereal visions tarot, because you guys always want to know these things, and especially when they're so pretty and you're like, oh, I want some of those cards. Alright, so here we have Venus. Nice. Venus in Aquarius. So Venus in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius is a really good placement. It definitely has a very good friend vibe to it. It also has a kind of an eccentric approach to love, and can mean a lot of things, like you know, trying different sexual things and whatever. Sometimes Venus in Aquarius can be kind of heart-wrenching because they could be there 1 minute and just gone the next, you know. They'll come back again. It's a lot of that. It's just like there's sometimes can be a coolness to the situation. But the message here is envision acts of beauty that change the world. So that's really nice. So I feel like this person, your counterpart, has a beautiful vision for things, you know? They want a beautiful place to live. Let's see what your ethereal vision has to say. So you have the Emperor and Two of Swords. So your counterpart could be Aries, because Emperor represents Aries. The Emperor is also about power and structure, the patriarchal energy. So your counterpart could be a father, or you know, at least have that kind of fatherly tendency. They're about domination as well and success. And the Two of Swords is talking about intuition and compromise. Sometimes an indecision, you know, it's like being so much in the head that you can't decide. There could be a stalemate, you know, or some kind of delay because of choices having to make. But the good news here is that conclusions are within reach. And I think that's what this one says. Your moonology says conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. That happens very rarely, and not that I don't think we're gonna have anything else like that this year, or maybe, but when it does, remember those energies that you have. With all full moons, there's a feeling of conclusion, that you've finally made the decision. You've kind of finally culminated something into a final product or feeling, or an adventure, you know, beginning or finishing an adventure, finishing a project, or giving birth, those kinds of things, you know. So they're culminations. climaxes and things like that. So remember that feeling when you get close to that full moon, that full moon means the conclusion, a conclusion of something, like the end of that book or the miniseries or whatever, Also, but the eclipse holds a different kind of power than just a regular full moon would. So if that happens again, just really tap into those energies. Otherwise, this is just purely a message, right? Conclusions are within reach. All right, and then we have the Chinese oracle. You have the monkey too. So the monkey came out in the last pile in the Yan energy, and this now is the Yin energy. The monkey with the Yin energy is a little bit more cautious. They're smart and energetic and cheerful and optimistic, but sometimes they have, their shadow side. The message here is saying you are stronger than you know, or this is more like being unrestrained and lively and active, pursuing freshness. And the message here is about a petty trick can't beat great wisdom. This is really good for me too, because I'm the monkey. The other message was good too. It's like being stronger than the problem. And then the yin message is about don't do shortcuts to get what you want. It's almost like now I realize that that's another Five of Swords message. You can still win, but sometimes you might cheat on the way, or do a shortcut, or do a trick instead of full out do what you need to do, because it's the journey that is important. It's not the destination. So yeah, pay attention to how you approach this, whatever is coming up next. Maybe that's with your counterpart. A petty trick can't beat great wisdom. So take your time to learn things and see it through, follow it through in a learned way. All right, and then finally we have Virgo. Virgo's my moon sign. So I guess this one would work for me too. But the Virgo is saying analysis is a great skill. And, what can be, you're trying to figure out what can be ignored and what must be attended to. So it's like choosing your battles, picking your battles wisely, right? What kinds of things can you just let go? Because sometimes you can't put the same amount of energy in everything, or else you really drain yourself. So just think about the things that you can ignore, or you can put off, or that's not as important, and think about what needs to be attended to right now. Also, when I was working on this, the serenity prayer popped up in my head. The serenity prayer goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And that's the key. Some people, and then all three parts are necessary. Like, you might have the wisdom to know the difference, but do you still have the courage to do it? Yeah, so it's a beautiful balance here, but I think you're gonna figure this out. So Virgo is about analysis, and yeah, and we talked about the serenity prayer and the wisdom to know the difference. And so all parts are important in serenity, but courage is also important, and the wisdom to know when to use it is important, so anyway, so I got the energy that I got from this group as I was working with it, especially the Venus and Aquarius envision acts of beauty that change the world. I got the builder, because the builder likes to create, and they are more than just, creating things for themselves, and sometimes it's not just for profit. Sometimes it is to beautify the world and to make it a better place in their minds, you know? So I feel like that was appropriate for the builder. So let's see what the charms have to say. Alright, so we have music here. This builder likes their coffee. We have true. That's true. It's like Spirit say, yep, that's true. The builder likes their coffee. China, USA. I can just see like a set designer holding a cup of Starbucks or something. Play, sing, love. That's nice. I feel like some really nice energy. Like I think in somebody's home, there's lots of singing, playing, loving, kissing, holding each other. Sure. So I feel like there are some couples out there that can be together gratefully. You know, that's a nice thing. Also, there's some families that you know still maybe there's just a not a huge household but a small enough household where they can still interact and that kind of thing. So I see a possibility there. But a general feeling from your counterpart as loving, playful, kissing, holding, sweetness kind of thing. There's a definite beautiful connection, a thread, that red thread between you two. You got some dates of 26, 16, that's my birthday, 29 is my dad's birthday, 12, oh, and 12/29 is my sister's birthday. We have 6 and 17. So I don't know, just by accident I set them up this way, but maybe December 29th is going to be an important day. You know, maybe we'll really have a really fun birthday party for my sister. And then June 16th or June 17th, that's coming up really close. So maybe a date coming up for you then. We've got Joan of Arc, I think. Yeah, Jeanne d'Arc. That's who I'm named after. And she's very brave and that kind of thing. Also heard voices. I think one of the things about Joan is that she followed her truth, and a lot of people criticized her for hearing something and that wasn't godly or whatever, that was witchy, that was wrong, and so she was persecuted for that and other things. But anyway, we got the divine masculine is here, and the battleship could represent a trip or it could represent some kind of travel, whether it's virtual or real. We have the marble. The orange marble to me represents Jupiter, so good luck in this situation. This builder could use glasses maybe. There is deep communication between you two coming up, if it's not happening already. And there's fairy here and this beautiful dragon. I feel like there could also be Chinese zodiac dragon here, but the feminine form, because I feel like this one with all the sparkles is very feminine, very flashy. It's the bejeweled dragon. And there you go. So yeah, in general, I just feel a sense that this energy is all about creating something, and there's a patriarchal energy, a father figure, kind of. There's compromises and sometimes being stuck in the head, and then the conclusions are on the way. This is also the monkey spirit is in this, but the monkey is in this reading is more cautionary about using don't use petty tricks. And then we have the serenity prayer to get us through. So there you go. Those kinds of things will help you with this journey. Those are the messages for you and your counterpart, and I hope you like that. Please feel free to subscribe if you like that, and hugs to all my returning subscribers. I'm moving on to the next. And last but not least, we have the red agate slice. I don't know why when I say the word slice, I think of Megara and Hercules. Slice. You're a real slice, is what she says. She's funny. Alright, so here's some of the cards I'll be using. We've got the Ethereal Visions. We've got Moonology. All of these boxes are so beautiful. We've got the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle, and Barbieri also the Barbieri Chinese Oracle. And this one also has a gorgeous box, is the astrological oracle cards, and that's this one right here. So let's take a look what we've got. We've got Jupiter, nice. The marble Jupiter came out in the last reading. And Sagittarius, Jupiter and Sagittarius. Wow, that's exalted. So Sagittarius ruler is Jupiter, and whenever you have Jupiter and Sagittarius, that means that, or the sign that with the planet that rules it, it's exalted. It means it's like double power. It's like to the second power, you know. So lots of good luck, lots of good fortune, lots of happiness and joy and expansion here. The message for Jupiter and Sagittarius is genuine authority comes from knowledge. So there's going to be great knowledge and learning something new here, possibly, perhaps. We've got, from the Ethereal Visions, you have High Priestess. So there is already a high power here, a powerful person here, a person that's a psychic maybe, and so I feel like a very strong energy, and maybe this psychic person is going to learn even more and grow even greater. And yeah, the Ace of Wands. So this means kind of like going to new heights, you know, achieving even more greatness, and starting something new and having a passion for something new that you're gonna try, or that your counterpart's going to do, or that you will do together. So yeah, so this is, you know, so this counterpart could be a high priestess type, you know, somebody who's wise and enlightened, and maybe between worlds, you know, they embody the eternal feminine spirit. This is the guardian of the unconscious who guides us to look inward and listen to our feelings and intuition. So whether they're male or female, masculine or feminine, the energy here present is the feminine. All of us have both masculine and feminine energy, and sometimes we need to tap into one a little bit more than the other. The Ace of Wands is about inspiration and potential and creation and enthusiasm and believing in, you know, just feeling good about yourself, you know. So I feel like you're learning something new, and you're maybe creating something new. Your Moonology card says, believe in the impossible. So yeah, this goes along with, isn't this a pretty card though? I love that. The blue moon. Blue moons are rare, once in a blue moon, that's saying. And so there's this sense of this rare occurrences kind of happen to you, and you're going to jump on it like the Ace of Wands and start something new, because this only comes around once in a blue moon. Maybe it will be a meeting with your counterpart. Maybe you guys will create something new together that you've always wanted to do together, because now it's your time. You know, you've been doing things separately for a while, and now you're going to come together to create this new. This could also be not just creating a thing, but it could be creating a person, like a child or something. But you have this beautiful, powerful energy here. I knew as soon as I was reading this that this is the healer because of the powerful energy. It's so amazing. All right, and then we have the rabbit, you know, so gentle and sweet. And so the rabbit is about being elegant and tender. This is gentle energy, exquisite and nimble, kind-hearted people, meticulous, conscientious. So this could all be about your counterpart, but really this could be you and your counterpart could both be the healers and both embody these qualities, and one of you's a little more yang and a little more, and the other the little more yin. And it could be, I mean, this reading could be talking about you specifically if you're a feminine energy, because I feel very feminine qualities in this one. Except the Ace of Wands is a phallic symbol, and it could represent the masculine virility too. So coming in there, stepping in there. And Jupiter is also masculine. Sagittarius has a masculine energy. So there's a nice balance here. Um, the the this the message here for you for rabbit is care less about what others think of you and just be yourself. Okay, so this is the yin message for the rabbit, and it could be something for you, or it could be about your counterpart. So it's time to care less about what other people think and just do you, just be you, just enjoy your beautiful talents and do what you've been doing all along, because those are the best. It's funny, whenever I whenever I put up a survey, because I get sometimes I get some complaints, or sometimes I get a little, people say this or that, the other thing. So I get opposing views a lot, like do more charms, less charms, pour them out, or don't do that, different things like that. So I'll do a survey, and it's funny. Most of the time, the majority of people out there say, keep doing what you've been doing. So that's what it is, like, you're not going to please everyone, but people enjoy whatever service you provide, whatever healing you give, um, whatever energies you put out there to make them feel connected and feel good and close to spirit. Those energies that you help them find within themselves is invaluable. And so there's going to be some people that just they don't really tap in on that, um the service that you do. Maybe you do a service, maybe not. This could be healer combined with the public servant, or maybe you just have that natural ability to heal. Maybe people tap into it too much and take advantage of that. But anyway, just be you. That's what the rabbit is saying. And you also got air. So the air is just like a beautiful flowing. I mean, with the rabbit in the air, I just feel springtime and beauty, and I see beautiful hair. So, definitely this could be you, but it could be your counterpart. I could see a beautiful, handsome, um, virile man with flowing hair who's gentle and kind and a good healer type. Um, the air is about it's like feeling the winds of truth and the whispers of grand insights. This is about clarity and truth. And be objective and focus on the facts. The so the facts are, you know who you are, and all of this stuff that people say don't always. They're sometimes there to shake you or challenge you, but you know who you really are. You know your truth is, and you know that you get your truth from your research and your knowledge and wisdom of your age and everything. So have faith in your own knowledge. You are the healer. So don't doubt it. It's interesting that the Jupiter in Sagittarius says genuine authority comes from knowledge, and that's true. Even if you're the kind, sweet little rabbit, you are wise, and your authority comes from your knowledge, and you are doing a great job. Okay, and here are your charms. Alright, let's see. We've got, sun. See, I told you, you're the healer. You have the sun glowing all around you. Number 9. Ninth house is this house of Sagittarius. You've got Dobby Cats helping me. My little familiar here is helping. You got this beautiful, tiny, little sparkly amethyst butterfly. You got New York, the letter D, the magic carpet, Ariel, who's saying, sing your song, speak your voice, don't be shy. You've got the 5, got bicycle, 25. Something might be happening within this week. Ooh, the flamingo. Very special, unusual. Also, some, different people commented what they think this means, but the flamingo stands on one foot, so that could be about balance, or taking, choosing what foot they're going getting your footing, choosing your feeding. You got the little pig, so you could match up with the pig in the other piles here. You got 29. So a lot of this, we had this happen last night. A lot of end of the month energy. We have 17. We got world, idea, enough, blessed, and inspire. You got the little sea turtle that goes in and out of the tides according to the moon cycles. And you got bells. Bells could represent wedding bells or church bells or, you know, getting kind of a notification, you know, like your phone notification or something. Your alarm in the morning. You set an alarm, even if you don't have to get up for work. Set an alarm so you can kind of make a routine. You've got fire, passion here. And this is the state of Maine. And this cog talks about being part of a mechanism that makes it move, you know. So you are part of the mechanism. You touch the world. You're a special person. And yeah, so those are your charms, and I hope you like that. And if you like that, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment below. If you're just visiting and not a subscriber, please subscribe. And those of you who came back, who always come back, my beautiful sparkles of light, thank you so much for always being there for me, especially whenever I go live, and all your kindness and generosity is just unbelievable. And I mean, you know, this is what I love to do all the time. I better stop talking before I start crying. But thank you again, and have a lovely rest of your day and night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And hey, after this, I'm going to play a little commercial about joining. So if you're a subscriber and you want to get some really inexpensive monthly readings, check out the join button. Just by pushing that join button doesn't make you, you know, doesn't take your money or anything. It just gives you a little bit of information so you can look at all the tiers and levels and perks that you can get by becoming a member. I hope you like that, and faith, trust, and pixie dust. Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I am so excited to tell you that now you have the option to become a member of my channel. So you just hit that join button that's right next to the subscription button. So it's very similar to Patreon, and I really appreciate those of you who have generously been supporting my Patreon page. That allows me to continue working on art projects, and I'll keep posting there constantly, but I'm going to move those tiers over to YouTube so we can have more access and more interaction with each other. So just check out these awesome levels and perks by joining my channel and becoming a member. I'm so excited. Take a look.
Become a Sparkle of Light for just $1.99 a month and get loyalty badges and emojis. Each level has great perks like super low-cost monthly readings. Check out these cute emojis. And loyalty badges. Just press the join button next to the subscribe button. Welcome, Sparkle of Light, and remember, all you need is faith, trust, and pixie dust.